Alright, what's up everybody? So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a quick little shootout between one of the most popular mics that you can buy right now, the Rode NT1, the one up top, and a microphone that's been discontinued for about a decade now, and it's starting to finally get the recognition that it deserves. It's one of my personal favorite mics that I've ever owned, the AKG Perception 100. So both these microphones are special in that they each serve their own purpose. So if you already have one of these microphones, don't think that you're set because they're going to handle things differently from each other. For example, the Rode NT1 is very flat and neutral and has a very low noise floor. And in my opinion, anything that you put in front of it just sounds amazing. It really shines on just about anything that you stick in front of it. And then the AKG Perception 100, it has a boosted presence in around, I believe, 4 to 5K. And it sounds very clean and clear, especially on vocals, but of course it really shines on instruments too. So they're each going to have their own subtle differences between each other. Like I said, this mic up top, the Rode NT1, is a little bit more flat and neutral than the AKG Perception 100. Now, it's up to you at that point which one you prefer, if you like having a presence boost or you'd rather have a flat, neutral microphone that you can really have a lot of flexibility with tweaking how it sounds. In my opinion, it varies between, which one I like more, because there's certain applications where I feel like the NT1 would sound better than the Perception 100. But in my opinion, if I'm tracking vocals, 9 out of the 10 times, I'm probably going to end up putting the AKG in that spot. That's going to be the one that I'm going to pick for recording vocals especially. Now, that's just me though. I do prefer having presence in my vocals. So every time I track anything with whatever microphone I use, I usually end up boosting somewhere around 8K and above, just to add a little bit of, like, I guess you could say, shine to the vocals. So that's kind of just my style. That's what I enjoy when I'm trying to find a microphone. And you can easily get the same exact thing out of the NT1. Of course, it'll just sound a little bit different. It's not going to be the same. The one thing that I can say where the NT1 has the advantage over the Perception 100 is definitely in the noise floor. The noise floor on the NT1 is 4.5 decibels, whereas on the Perception 100, it's 16. So it's a substantial difference between them. And when you start to record hot on this microphone, and especially if you have a poor preamp, you're going to definitely start introducing some noise into your recordings. However, if you're making music and you're going to be mixing your vocals into an instrumental, you'll probably never have that problem. I know, at least for me so far, I hadn't had an issue with that. But I can say that I've heard some background noise when I've tracked like commentary style, just like a voiceover. I have heard just a slight amount of hiss. But that was before I switched up my gain staging process, which I'll go into a little bit now. So for both the microphones, I'm recording with 38 decibels of gain, which is putting me right around negative 18 decibels. And if you're using analog emulation plugins, which that's everything I use is analog at the end of the day, you want to be right around negative 18. Of course, I've said this in previous videos, it doesn't have to be spot on right at 18 the entire time. It can fluctuate, it can go a little above, a little below, but the general rule of thumb is that you want to be right around negative 18 for best possible quality. And I find that when I record at negative 18 decibels and I boost by about 6 decibels or so, I put my recording somewhere around negative 12 after I do some gain afterwards in post. It gives me the most clear and best possible quality sound that I can get. And I've said this before in previous videos, every time I go to export the audio after I'm all done recording, I want to make sure that I am exporting the audio at negative 23 LUFS. Anywhere between negative 24, negative 22 is right about where I want to be in terms of LUFS. And that's just broadcast standard. So that's like radio and television. That is how loud they try to keep it when they're broadcasting it to you. So I usually try to keep my levels around negative 18 and then boost by 6 in post, and I end up getting around negative 12, which is negative 23 LUFS, give or take. So I end up getting the best possible quality this way, and I'm definitely happy with how it sounds, and I've gotten a lot of compliments on the way that my audio sounds. Everyone has said that it sounds clean, there's no hissing, no humming, no background noise, with the exception of maybe some room reverberation, but For the most part, I've gotten a lot of compliments on the way that my audio sounds, and that's really the trick. It's just record at -18 so that you have a lot of headroom when you go to mix, and of course you have headroom too even when you're doing your voiceovers, and then just boost by 6 so that you're right around -12, peaking probably no higher than -6. And then you're going to get amazing quality. That is if you're doing kind of like what I'm doing, like a sit down video. That's just how I prefer to work. That is my workflow, especially because if I'm using analog plugins, you want to be right around -18. It's just going to sound the best when you go to process your vocals later on. These are easily the best mics to get. In terms of like which one would I recommend out of both of these microphones, it's hard to say because like I said, they're both special and unique in their own way. So I feel like it's almost to the point where it's like you just need to own both of them, because if you really think about it, if you had to only pick 2 microphones that you could keep, without questions, I'm taking these 2. All my other mics I would get rid of any day. I would keep these easily. I have a microphone that has a very low noise floor that just, I can crank the volume up and it'll never introduce noise into my recording, so I can really use this. There's a lot of flexibility with this mic being that it's so flat and neutral. But also at the same time, the Perception 100 just sounds so clean and just it shines, dude. I'm telling you, it's a microphone that really shines when you're processing it. It sounds absolutely amazing. And I stand behind both these microphones to the fullest. If I had to recommend you a microphone, it's going to be between these 2. And really it just comes down to if you like that presency shininess to the Perception, or if you like the more flat and dull neutral sound coming from the Rode NT1. So that's kind of up to you at this point to pick and decide which one you prefer over the other. So I really just wanted to sit in front of the microphone and give you guys a little audio test between them, just so you guys can make your decision on which one you like more and which one you want to go after. However, the Perception is so cheap that it's like, why not just go for both of them at this point? If you can get one for sub $100, it's a no-brainer. Pick it up, because I'm telling you right now, you will fall in love with it and you will never get rid of it. I know for sure I'm never selling these mics. These are mics that I will literally keep forever, and if they break, I'll probably end up getting another one. So at the end of the day, it's up to you guys to pick at this point which one you like more. I think they're both amazing, and it's hard for me to pick, and I actually can't even tell you which one I like more, because they're both special in their own ways. They're both great for handling different applications. So I have no answer to this test, but of course, you might prefer one over the other. So really, this is what this video is for. Anyways, guys, I think this is going to wrap it up. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you guys all in the next one. So peace out, everybody.